everybody. This is week 21.
Wow.
This one, so we're wrapping up the school theme, and this one is getting along. So you'll see some crossover in the themes just because we're in this bigger, theme of school, and then all of these different themes throughout the week that get a little more specific each week, I should say. And so this one, I'll talk about the theme. Cinnamon's going to jump in at one point to dive a little deeper in one of the discussion topics. So books, again, so a lot of the books we've mentioned this whole month are, universal to this theme. So Friends, this one's about It's Mine, about how people are working out their issues. So any kind of books you have about friendship, family, even, because there's, struggles that with family members, things like that. So plenty of book options. Discussion is really talking about cooperation, sharing, problem solving, so discussing cooperation and using those words, like bringing that up throughout your day, throughout your daily routine. So saying, hey, great, I see you cooperating with your brother to build this tower. Look at that, you shared your cookies. And even doing deliberate activities with sharing. Lay out the Cheerios. And can you share some of those Cheerios with me or your brother or sister? Use those words to teach them those words. And then how to solve problems with others. And so I think a lot of times as parents, we might jump in to try to solve the problems, or we just want to stop yelling at each other, you there, you there. But, in the classroom, if you see, okay, so this child comes up, oh, so-and-so hit me in the head with a block. Okay, I understand you're upset. Let's go back to so-and-so and say, oh, so-and-so, I don't like that when you hit me with a block. So giving them those words and that confidence to approach those situations on their own. And then teaching children how to make choices. And so a lot of times, again, going back to the classroom, instead of saying that was bad, that was not good, it's saying, you know what, you didn't make a good choice. And so really giving children that ownership that, oh yeah, I make that choice. And so when they knock the tower down because they're mad, it wasn't a good choice, knock the tower down because then you hit your brother with a block. You know what, next time we'll try again. And next time, and that actually dives into a little bit about what Cinnamon's going to talk to, but expressing your feelings. So go ahead, Cinnamon. Why don't you talk a little bit about that?
Yes, my friend. So feelings, why are feelings important, to children during this age? Well, because we've been practicing them a little bit at home, right? But we're bigger than sad and happy now, right? We're starting to experience things from connecting with other children. They might experience some embarrassment, some jealousy, even some exclusion. And, back to what Megan was saying about, even giving kids the language, what it's important for us to teach them to identify and manage these feelings so they can express themselves accordingly. So they can say, I really felt embarrassed when you did that, and stuff like that. And those are big words for children. These aren't easy words for them to learn. But, what's important is that we are commentating our feelings and their feelings to give better understanding. I mean, also it makes us more relatable to them, and us being their parents. We go, oh, my mom and my dad feel that way too, and that makes it more real for them. So, it's really important to do that. And, why not make it fun? Why not turn it into a game? Why not use things like Megan has some examples over here, some things to use to express children's emotions and stuff. Why not make it fun for them to learn? So everything doesn't have to be, scholarly. I don't know how to say it a better way.
Yeah.
But, everything doesn't have to be. It can also be turned into something that they're enjoying doing, and because they're going to have to practice it in their real lives at school.
Sure. So I have just that. So this is one of the activities is making feelings plates. So whatever you have at home, you can do this with. And I just made 2 examples. And so, depending on your child's age, depends on how they decorate it. Maybe they do the whole thing themselves. Maybe you outline it and they just color it in. And you talk about that, even, write the emotion on the backside so they can link the words and the letters. And so this is, you can even make a game. So what am I feeling? What am I feeling now? And then if you have more of them, and then of course you could just play that with your face and just have fun with it. And so now you tell your child, make an angry face. Now make a happy face. And so let them have fun with it. Something else Cinnamon had made, if you want to go this far and make this. This was a Mr. Potato Head with a little bit of Velcro. And so this could be more of a game where you lay out the pieces. So you lay out, the different expressions and tell them to pick up. Can you make Mr. Potato Head happy? So then we give him the smile. And then make him scared. Oh, he's scared. So different things like that. So it's a fun activity as well. You could just do that with your paper plate too if you wanted to, not even Velcro or do that, just cut out the different expressions. So thank you, Cinnamon, for that segue into creative art. So a couple other things. So, when we're thinking about how to teach kids cooperation through their creative art, well, one major thing is do group murals, group artwork. So whether it's just you and your child or you have multiple kids, getting everybody together on it. This is a small example, but this is with contact paper, which we use a lot at our play groups because it's a super fun, easy activity for little kids. There's no glue. There's not necessarily any cutting. Lay it down, sticky side up, give them a bunch of different materials, and then they can put it on. You guys can make a group one. We have maybe actually a couple different locations now done this at our library locations that we use, and they still hang there. Our group murals, and the kids love to come in and look at them. So that's just an example. If you wanted to take more, it's fall now, this is just a little activity to think about making a tree, and you can, decorate with the changing leaves any which way you want, paint, crayons, dabbers, tissue paper, glue, and paper, anything like that. And then one of the books I had brought up was the Bananas book, which is a monkey. So you can make puppets. This is our go-to a lot, is using paper bag puppets because it's a lot of fun for them. And then, you could even say, use this to talk, show me your happy face. They just think it's hilarious. There you go. Nice happy face. So just a little option for an activity. And the math and science concept is teaching your child comparative words. And so we take for granted often that kids will just learn these things. No, we teach them. So comparative words. So my son's super into this right now. So, Mommy, are you longer than the tree? Are you longer than me? Am I longer than so-and-so at school? So really understanding what that means. So, it's longer, shorter, bigger, smaller, heavier, lighter, anything that compares things like that. And so you can do that with household objects. You can lay it out for them, and, you have a toy and you have a piece of paper. So tell me which one's lighter, and having them feel that. You could do a sinking and floating in the bathtub, which, addresses many different, characteristics of objects. But, does this sink or does this float? Is this shiny or dull? Like, things like that. So just really comparing things is really important. And then you can also just in their bathtub, in the water table, sand table, whatever you have, you can put measuring cups and measuring spoons and have them, play with those. And then so you can have a teaspoon and you can have a tablespoon and say, which one's bigger? Which one has more? And then, just as you're playing, you're introducing these words to them. And then don't forget, always get the kids outside or get them doing gross motor activities inside, getting their muscles working. It's super important that they do that. Do something as simple as bubbles. You can do freeze dance. You could go outside and, go for a treasure hunt, things like that, just getting them moving. Is there anything you want to add?
I'm just going to say that it's wonderful to have all the vocabulary. There's a lot of vocab out there, but, stemming from even sharing, cooperating, in all the words that you just used recently, like the comparative words, a lot of opportunities to teach children different new words to add to their repertoire.
Yes, definitely. We have to teach them the language. So, well, if that's it from me, and we will see you guys next week. Goodbye.
Take care, everyone.
Bye. We'll see you later.